The Mormon Church teaches that high Mormons will become gods and that the Mormons have a divine destiny as the chosen people to dominate America and transform the country and eventually the world into a theocracy. In this clip, Glenn Beck equates those who will not vote for Mitt Romney because he is a high priest in the Mormon Church to witch hunters, racists, and religious bigots. He even compares them to fanatical Islamists who destroy historic religious monuments. The Mormons already created a totalitarian utopian theocracy in the western United States in the first half of the 1800s called Deseret. The intended plan was to include much of the western U.S. in the Mormon Theocracy at that time. Joseph Smith was an egomaniac with a Napoleon complex. For a while, he commanded a private army that rivaled the American army in size. Smith was not killed by a mob in Illinois, as Beck claims, because he opposed slavery. Illinois was, after all, a non-slave state. The immediate cause was that he had destroyed the printing press of a newspaper that had criticized the Mormon Church. However, the settlers considered Mormonism to be a dangerous satanic cult, and that was ultimately the reason that the mob killed Smith in 1844, when Smith was then a candidate for president. Smith had already formed the beginnings of a world government, sometimes called the Council of 50, and had personally rewritten the U.S. Constitution more to his liking. Mitt Romney's ancestor, Parley Pratt, was one of the founders of Mormonism and helped develop its doctrine. Romney's election may be considered to be a partial fulfillment of Smith's prophecy. When a candidate for the president is a high priest in a secret religion that teaches that members will become gods and that they have a destiny to rule the U.S. and the world, it seems pretty reasonable for the voters to consider this in their choice without being called bigots.
Here's the thing I would like to point out. We have had witch trials before, and we got past it. We got past religious bigotry of the witch trials. We've had hatred of classes of people. We were afraid of the Indians. We're past that. We're past that. We now go gladly give them our money at casinos. We're past our stupidity on Indians and Native Americans. We used to hate the Irish because they were potato eaters. They were drunkards, you know. We hated the Irish. We're past that. We used to think that all Italians were in the mob. We don't think that anymore. We used to think that it was okay to enslave an African American. We don't think that anymore. There used to be signs, no Jews, no coloreds. We don't have those signs anymore. There used to be signs, no Chinese need apply. Don't have those signs anymore. We've conquered a lot of this stuff. We've conquered a lot of it. A lot of it. Look at how far we've come as a nation. This is fantastic news. Look how far we have come as a nation. Thomas Jefferson was right. The people are going to screw it up from time to time, but in the end, they'll get it right. We got it wrong on slavery, but in the end, we got it right. We get it right in the end. We always do. Trust the people. Our time as a country hating people because of skin color and descent or religion is over. The signs are gone. You know, in 2008, we were excited to break a historic barrier. We were excited. Now, some people weren't using their brain, and they were just like, yeah, let's select a black man. That'll be cool. Okay, well, use your brain. Judged by the content of the character, not the color of the skin. It was a big deal to elect the first black president. I remember the broadcast the next morning. I was feeling pretty low because I knew what was coming. I knew this was real trouble. But I also said it is really cool that we've just elected a black man. How great is that? But it was made into a bigger deal than it actually was for most Americans by the media, because the media had an agenda. They helped usher Obama in. They made it into a bigger deal. I mean, wouldn't it be just as historic to elect a man who's from a faith that was actually chased out of the country in the 1800s, whose founder was killed because of his anti-slavery views, and the fact that politically they were saying that if the next president in his day wanted to win, they might have to make Smith his VP because he controlled so much of Illinois? Wouldn't it be just as historic for the people who have the only extermination order in U.S. history, the only one that said you can kill them because of their faith? No other faith has had that in America, thank God. Wouldn't it be just as historic to then elect this guy? I mean, it's a pretty big deal, right? My answer? Kinda. Without the media trying to pick our president for us, it will be just as big of a deal as electing Barack Obama president. It's a cool milestone, and it is a footnote. It is like, and they elected a Mormon, and they elected a black man. Historic? Yes, in the academic sort of way. But I believe in the real America, America took the signs down. We didn't hang a no blacks sign on the door of the Oval Office. We didn't hang a no Jew sign on the office. We didn't hang a no Mormon sign on the office. It was the left and the media that said those signs were there. We've taken those signs down one by one over a long period of time and with a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Most Americans, at least my age and lower, judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin or religious background. Will you not vote for somebody due to his religion? Sure. More Americans will say, I'm not going to vote for Mitt Romney because of his religion, than, and I believe it's double or triple the number.
About triple.
Triple the number will say, I won't vote for Mitt Romney because he's a Mormon. Triple the number than those who say, I will not vote for Barack Obama because he's black. But it's no big deal, really, because we'll get it right in time. If it's not Mitt Romney, it'll be somebody else. We've already elected. Is this really a big deal? We've already elected Orrin Hatch. We've already elected Harry Reid. It's only a big deal if he's a conservative. And I'm not really sure how conservative he is, quite honestly. Wouldn't it be something, though? Think about this. Wouldn't it be something to show the rest of the world, as they are now announcing in Egypt, that under Sharia law, they're going to have to get rid of the Great Pyramids of Giza. They're going to blow up. This is what they're threatening now, the Islamic extremists, who, by the way, are no big deal. That's not going to happen. They're now saying they're going to blow up the Great Pyramids of Giza, just like the Taliban did the giant statues of Buddha right before, and the world did nothing, right before 9/11. Just like they're doing, where is it, in Indonesia? They're doing, where is it, Jeffy? Do you remember? There's another one that just broke yesterday.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. They're destroying another great religious landmark in Timbuktu. As the world is wrestling with neo-Nazis who are now killing people because they're immigrants or because they're a different race, color, creed, the world has the rise of neo-Nazis. The world has the rise of Sharia law, which will erase every other religion. Look at America. We just elected somebody of a different color, and it was really no big deal for most Americans. And we'll elect somebody based on their values and their principles, not their religion. Wow. What a historic election 2012 will be. two different stereotypes shot down one after another. You see, what the media doesn't understand is Americans are great people. And maybe the elites and the elites in the media, the elites in Washington, the elites in academia will surprise us someday and stop being surprised by Americans and their decency. Maybe someday the self-entitled enlightened in the press will catch us God-fearing, gun-toting, flyover hicks. And they'll understand that we've always voted for people of character, we voted for values, we believe in principles, and we believe in the facts. That's what we do in the end. It's what makes America great. It's what makes America exceptional. Other places may not vote for a Mormon. Other places may not vote for a black man. Other places may not vote for a white man. Other places may not vote for somebody with a funny name. This place used to say, no Irish, no Chinese, no blacks, no Mormons, no Jews. In the hand of the Statue of Liberty is a torch. But that's not what it's called. What she's holding in her hand is imprisoned lightning. The power of lightning. Captured with liberty and justice for all. Man, America is great.